I used to be terrible with people, like really terrible. There was this one time at the gym, I finally worked up the courage to talk to people, gave myself a whole pep talk in the mirror and everything. And you know what? The conversations weren't even that bad. Just basic stuff about workouts, nothing crazy. But every single time there was a moment of silence, I'd panic. My brain would go, abort mission, and I'd just find some excuse to end the conversation right there. Anyway, good talk. I'm gonna do my set now, with an awkward wave. And here's the worst part. The next time I'd see these people at the gym, it was like this weird tension in the air. They'd give me that half nod, maybe a quick hey, or in the UK, you're right, and just keep walking. Took me way too long to realize what I was doing wrong. By running away from those awkward moments, I was actually making things worse. I wasn't practicing social skills, I was practicing how to make things awkward. But fear not, vibing with people is actually stupidly simple. You just need to understand one thing. It's not about being clever or interesting, it's about being genuine and letting conversations breathe. Let me explain. First, when you end conversations awkwardly because you're uncomfortable, you're basically training that person to feel uncomfortable around you. It's like putting a label on yourself that says, warning, awkward interactions ahead. Think about it. Would you want to talk to someone if every conversation ended with them basically running away? Probably not. Okay, but how do you actually fix this? Simple. Learn to sit with the silence. These awkward moments, they're only awkward because you make them awkward. When there's a pause in conversation, just let it be there. Take a sip of water. Look around you, it's totally normal. Secondly, you want to match people's energy, but bring it up a notch. If someone's excited about something, get excited with them. Not fake excitement, just genuine interest. If they're talking about their new job, you don't have to jump up and down, but lean in a bit and ask questions. But what if they're in a bad mood? Okay, then start where they are, but slowly put them up. If they're complaining about work, you don't want to go, look on the bright side. That's annoying. No one wants to hear that. Instead, start with, yeah, that sounds rough, and gradually move towards what would make it better. But thirdly, use the ping pong method. This is something I learned after endless awkward conversations. When someone tells you something, you've got 3 options. Ask them more about it, share your own similar experience, or combine both. For example, them, yeah, I've been trying to get into running. You, oh nice, what made you start? Them, explains. You, that's interesting. I tried running last year and my knees hated me. Have you had any issues like that? See what happened? It's like a game of ping pong. They hit the ball, you hit it back with either a question or a personal experience, then ask another question. But what if I run out of things to say? You wouldn't if you stay curious. There's always something to ask about. And if there isn't, that's what silence is for. Here's what actually works. Don't run from silence. Embrace it. Match energy, but lift it slightly. Ping pong between questions and sharing, and end conversations naturally, not abruptly. But won't this feel weird at first? Oh, absolutely. Your brain is literally gonna fight you on this. But here's the cool thing about your brain. It changes based on what you practice. Every time you sit through an awkward moment, instead of running away, you're teaching your brain, hey, this isn't so bad after all. Every time you share something personal, instead of just asking questions, you're showing your brain, look, nothing terrible happened. It's like when you first learned to ride a bike. At first, everything felt weird and mechanical, but now you do it without thinking. Same thing with social skills. You just need to practice the right things instead of reinforcing bad habits. And here's the beautiful part. Once you stop treating every conversation like it needs to be perfect, you actually start having better conversations. Anyway, today's social therapy session is going to cost you approximately 1 subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.